Hello friends. Now in this session, we are going to discuss about the different terminologies or the basic concept or the definitions which are directly or indirectly related to the environment. So these terminologies or definitions are very useful for the school level students, diploma, degree, post-diploma, post-graduation level also. Now, the students who are at graduate or postgraduate level, they might know many of the definitions, but few or some of the definitions may be new one. Even these definitions or some terminologies are useful to the working professional also. And that is why I have given maximum definitions or the terminologies in a single platform. So let us discuss what exactly the terminologies are involved under the title environment. Abatement, that is reducing the degree of intensity or eliminating pollution. Then acid, we know the pH scale, if it is less than 7, then it is called as acidic chemicals, which can cause the corrosion. Then air pollution. So if the chemicals, that is harmful or toxic chemicals or some particles are present in the air, and if they cause some negative impact on the environment, then the process is called as air pollution. And the chemicals or the particles which are present in that air, that is called as air pollutant. Then air quality, that is we have to measure the level of pollution in the air, because in the different regions, in the different states or in the different countries, there are certain guidelines that we have to follow. We have to control the limits of air pollutants in the air. That is why this measurement is important. Sometimes it is the need of ours, sometimes it is the need of government or some programs, especially when we are talking about the health programs, that we have to check the air quality, and that is why this measurement of level is needed. Then algae, that is the simple rootless plants, which is normally grown in the water, especially where the sunlight is present, and it can be used as a food for fish and small aquatic animals. Nowadays, the research is also done on this algae for a biofuel. So biofuel can be made with the help of this algae. And they are famous because it is having a high calorific value. Then algal blooms, that is the sudden spurts of algal growth, which can affect water quality adversely and indicate potentially hazardous changes in local water chemistry. Then alternative energy sources. So the energy that does not come from fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, or gas. For example, wind energy, flowing water, solar energy, and biomass. Then amenities. So normally we know these amenities related to the buildings. Now the same terminologies and same concept is here. So benefits of a property such as nearby playgrounds, swimming pools, community centers, or parks. Then atmosphere, the mass of air surrounding the earth, that is called as atmosphere. Then from the backyard burning, that is nothing but the burning process, that is illegal process, which can be done by the residential or industrial persons, especially when we are talking about this illegal burning. It is generally related to the household waste, possibly in an attempt to save on bean charges that releases levels of pollutants into the air. So harming air quality and risking the health of those burning the waste and of their neighbors. So it is generally not allowed in most of the countries. Then capital BER, it is a short form which is used for the building energy rating. So in some of the countries, this rating is essential and they have given some specific sales scale or grading to each and every building after measuring the energy which is consumed or conserved in that building. Then biodegradable waste, that is organic waste, typically coming from the plant or the animal sources. Then biodiversity. So it is a combination of biological diversity, which means the variety of life on the planet and how it interacts with the habitats and ecosystems. So generally it covers the plants, animals, microorganisms on land and in water. Then bioenergy. So all types of energy which is derived from this biomass, including the biofuels. Now I have given the examples that algae may be a biofuel. Likewise, there are various products which can produce the biofuels. So the energy produced from these biofuels or the biomass is nothing but the bioenergy. Then biofuel, we have just discussed the fuel which is made from the biomass. And what is biomass? It is a source of fuel made from living and recently dead plant materials such as wood, leaves, and the biodegradable part of industrial and municipal waste. So all these things are related to the biomass, biofuel, bioenergy, biodiversity. Then biosphere, the portion of Earth and its atmosphere that can support life, that is called as biosphere. Then black bin or grey bin, a wheelie bin used in certain local authorities to collect the waste that can't be recycled or composted. So the waste which can't be recycled or can't be used for the composting purpose, that is for converting to the fertilizer, that waste is called as black waste, and normally that beans are used for that purpose, that is called as black bean or grey bean. Then bring bank, a place where you can bring materials for the recycling. So whatever the recycling material or the recyclable waste is there, that can be deposited in a particular box, bins, or the banks, that is called as bring bank. For example, the glasses, newspapers, heavy cardboard, and textiles, which can be recyclable materials. So if you are going to segregate all these things, so glass is separate, newspapers is separate, heavy cardboards and textile materials are separate, then it is easy to recycle all these things in a particular industry. Then brown bin, a wheelie bin used in some local authorities to collect organic waste. So black bin is used for the non-recyclable, non-composted product. Then bring bank is used for recyclable product. Now brown bin is used to collect the organic waste, that is such as food and light garden waste. Then bylaw means a rule made of and for the local authorities to govern the activities, especially when we are talking about the environmental activities. So in India, there is Environment Protection Act, then Air Act, Water Act, Plastic Act, Ozone Depletion Rule, etc. Then carbon count, that is a measure of the amount of carbon dioxide. So how much carbon dioxide you produce through your lifestyle every day, for example, through the driving or using electrical appliances and lighting. So whatever the energy we used, that may be in the form of chemical energy, that may be in the form of electrical energy, that may be in the form of light or heat energy, whatever it may be. So if you are going to consume the energy, it means you are going to produce carbon dioxide. So whatever the amount of that carbon dioxide which you are going to produce on the daily basis in your lifestyle, that is called as carbon count. Then carbon credit, that is a unit of carbon dioxide bought to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So normally the carbon credit is 1 ton of carbon dioxide. Then carbon dioxide. So we know after combustion or after burning the hydrocarbons, the carbon is going to convert into the carbon dioxide if it is a complete combustion process. If the excess oxygen or excess air is supplied in that burning or combustion process, then CO2 can be produced. In the natural way, the animals and the people exhaled the air, that is in natural way also this CO2 is going to produce, and it is also going to absorb in a natural way. But due to the anthropogenic activities, that is the man-made activities, nowadays this CO2 percentage is more as per the more expectations than the natural way. So what we are using, that is the fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, LPG, CNG, NG, etc. And due to these fossil fuels, due to the burning of these fuels, more produced in the atmosphere, which is not needed and which is absorbing the maximum heat. Then carbon emissions, that is the carbon dioxide released when substances like oil, gas, coal are burned by vehicles or the planes or the factories or the in homes. So whatever the hydrocarbons we are using, that may be in the form of solid like wood, that may be in the form of oil, petrol, kerosene, or some other liquids, that may be in the form of gases. And whatever the burning fuel is there, whatever the type of fuel is there, but after combustion or burning process, the carbon dioxide is going to generate, that is carbon emissions. Then carbon footprint, a measure of the impact. So how much carbon is produced? What is the adverse impact of this carbon on the environment? So that is measured by the carbon footprint. So it is specially related to the climate change and often reported as units of tons. So whatever I have discussed, that carbon credit. So normally 1 ton of carbon dioxide, which is produced due to the anthropogenic activities, that may be called as carbon footprint, and which is a measurable amount and which can be measured to study the adverse impact of this carbon dioxide on the environment. Then carbon monoxide. The fossil fuels, when we burn, if the complete combustion process is done, then the carbon dioxide is produced. If the incomplete combustion is there, if the excess oxygen is not there or sufficient oxygen is not there, then carbon monoxide can be produced in the burning or the oxidation process. And the characteristics of this carbon monoxide is, it is a poisonous, odorless, tasteless, and colorless. And that is why it is directly impact on our health. And carbon monoxide, another characteristics, it is directly contacted and reacted with the hemoglobin, and it produces the carboxy hemoglobin. And that is why it is called as silent killer, because it is odorless, tasteless, colorless, and highly poisonous material. Then carbon neutral, a situation when we discuss about the carbon dioxide production, and if you want to neutralize this carbon dioxide production, or if you want to reduce this carbon dioxide percentage in the atmosphere, then we have to absorb or remove from the air. So natural activities, the trees are going to absorb this carbon dioxide and they are going to exhale the oxygen, which is the need of our. So that process of neutralization of carbon dioxide is called as carbon neutral. Then carbon offset, a unit that is 1 ton of carbon dioxide that individuals, companies, or the governments buy to reduce short-term and long-term emissions of greenhouse gases. So we have discussed the greenhouse gases, global warming, acid rain, etc. Now to reduce these emissions of greenhouse gases, so these greenhouse gases may include carbon dioxide, that may include chlorofluorocarbons, then methane, oxygen, ozone, water, etc. So all these emissions can be reduced. So that is the carbon offset concept. So if it is not feasible to reduce all these emissions of greenhouse gases, then individual or companies have to purchase a carbon credit. In some of the countries, that is essential to purchase this carbon credit, and this carbon credit is nothing but it is equivalent to 1 ton of carbon dioxide. Then carbon tax. So a tax on the fuels according to their carbon content, which aims to encourage people and businesses to use these fuels with less carbon and reduce the amount of energy they use. That is carbon tax. Now it is a concept in some of the countries and may come in some of the countries in future. Then carpooling is one of the good concept for reducing the burden of fossil fuels, that is sharing a car to a destination which is a common or nearby destination to reduce the fuel use. So rather than using 4 cars for a same destination for the same time by individuals, we can use a single car for the 4 persons for the same destination. That concept is called as carpooling. So that can reduce the fuel utilization, that can reduce the pollution, and also it reduces the cost. Then CFC. CFC is nothing but the chlorofluorocarbon. So it is one of the greenhouse gases. Approximately 17% CFCs are present in the overall greenhouse gases. But the main characteristics of these CFCs is it is going to damage the ozone layer. So ozone is a substance who protect us from the ultraviolet light, and if the CFC percentage is more, then the ozone layer is going to damage. And if it is going to happen, then ultraviolet rays can directly touch to the earth, which may again damage to our skin, animal skin, and which can cause a skin cancer also. Then these CFC's main source are the refrigeration systems and aerosol cans and some other alcohol products. So we have to reduce these CFC related refrigerants in the refrigeration plants. In many of the countries now, CFC-free refrigerants and CFC-free products are utilized in many of the refrigerant plant as well as in the deodorant-like products. Then CFL, that is compact fluorescent lamp. So in case of, instead of incandescent lamp, now we were use this CFL as compared to the incandescent lamps. The CFL bulbs were utilized or consume less energy, and nowadays we are using LED bulbs. So LED is going to use less energy than the CFL now. Then change campaign. So in some of the countries, the government's campaign to change how people think about the climate change and encourage us to change how we behave. So it is the activity related to the climate change. So if that campaign is going on in some of the countries, that campaign is called as change campaign, which is directly related to the climate change. Then civic amenity site, a public or private facility that accepts recyclable and non-recyclable materials such as garden and household waste and certain hazardous waste such as paints, batteries, and electronic devices. So in some of the countries, these sites are available, and in some of the countries, these sites or the civic amenity sites are not available, but may be available in 5 to 10 years, because this is the need of our that recyclable, non-recyclable materials and some other type of waste can be collected at a certain point, and then that should be treated in a proper way with the guidelines of some pollution control board guidelines. Then climate, the pattern of weather in a particular region, at least for a 30 years pattern. So whatever the pattern in your region, in your state, in your country, that is called as climate. Then climate change. So whatever the pattern which was given by the 30 years average by the government department, but if it is changed now, then it is called as climate change. And it is studied and focused by the many countries, especially when we are talking about the UNFCCC, that is the context of UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. So in this UNFCCC, this climate change is studied in details, and then they have decided to reduce some of the greenhouse gases, their products, and some products should be banned to reduce the burden on of these greenhouse gases. Then compost, a rich soil like material produced from the decayed plants and other organic matter. So it is a natural activity. So from the food and animal waste, it is naturally with the help of microorganism decomposed, and then it is going to convert into the fertilizer, that is natural fertilizer. So that is the product that is called as compost, and the activity is called as composting. So these are the different definitions related to that only: compostable, composting, and then conservation. So preserving or protecting animals and resources such as minerals, water, plants through the plant action or non-action, that is called as conservations. So sometimes we are discussing about the energy conservation. Sometimes we are discussing about the water conservations. So all these terminologies are related to the conservation, that is preserving activity. Then Cryptosporidium, that is a tiny parasite that can infect people if it is present in the drinking water. Then deforestation. So that is the reverse of forestation. So we are cutting the trees. That is nothing but the deforestation activity. That is human activity. Then development plan. So in some of the countries, 5 years plans is there. In some of the countries, 6-year plan is there. So whatever may be, it is a long-term plan to decide about the environmental activities, to decide about the playing ground, then parks, then preserving some of the amenities, which is directly or indirectly related to the environmental factors. That plan is called as development plan. Then dioxins. So these are the toxic chemicals which is produced from the fires. So that may be a forest fire, that may be a volcanoes, but nowadays these dioxins are also produced due to the industrial activities. So in industrial activities or in the burning or incineration process, we are burning the waste, we are burning the fossil fuels, we are burning some of the materials in the industries. So that also produces the dioxin, that is highly toxic chemicals. Then disposal or dispose of. So in this guide, getting rid of waste by discarding it into a bin, that is dispose. So if anything is which is not recyclable, not reusable, etc., then that is called as disposal waste. So we have to discard that waste, we have to discard that material. Then domestic charges. So whatever the fees paid to the local authorities for providing the services, such as collecting the domestic waste. So in India also, there are good plans for this type of collecting the domestic waste, and we are also providing these charges to the municipal corporation. Then domestic waste, that is waste produced within the home, including the garden waste. Then drought proofing, a way to stop heat from escaping a home, for example, by sealing windows frame and using drought excluders under doors. So it is especially for the cold countries. Then dumping, we know whatever the waste illegally, if it is going to dispose of on the ground or under the ground, then it is called as dumping ground. Then ecosystem, a community of organisms that depend on each other and the environment they inhabit. Then ecotourism, that is small scale tourism in fragile and protected areas that aims to have a low impact on the environment. So that may be a local tourism, small scale tourism. Then effluent, we know about this effluent. So whatever the liquid waste from the industries, that is called as effluent. Then electrical vehicle, nowadays, this is going to more important as compared to the fossil fuel based vehicles, because now the fossil fuel is depleting source and we may have to shift towards the electric vehicles. So the vehicle which is driven by an electric motor or battery, that is called as electric vehicle. So which is less noisy, less polluting than the common ICE engines, that is internal combustion engine vehicles. Then emissions. In the context of the atmosphere, gases or the particles released into the air, that is called as emission. Then emission projections. So forecast of emissions into the future, taking into account current and future economic and policy developments. So that is futuristic approach, that is why it is called as projections. Then emissions trading allowance. So permission to emit to the atmosphere, that is normally a maximum permissible limit for a particular pollutant, because it is not possible to stop 100% emission. And that is why some of the boards, standards or governments are going to decide about the maximum permissible limit. That is nothing but the emissions trading allowances. Then end of life vehicle. A vehicle such as car or small van that is scrapped and sent for the recycling. So nowadays, 15 to 20 years life cycle is going to decide by many countries to scrap these types of vehicle, especially which are diesel based. Then energy efficiency. So actions to save the fuels. We may shift towards the renewable energy sources. So that is one of the option. Then another option may be better building design, then the changing production processes, developing better transport policies, using better road vehicles, and using insulations and double glazing. So these are the different examples from which we can increase the efficiency of the energy, or we can stop the losses or reduce the losses of the energy. Then energy rating. So in some of the countries, there are energy ratings to the appliances or to the equipments. In India also, there is a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, and single-star rating. That is from the Bureau of Energy and Efficiency, BEE. Likewise, there are different rating standards to the ovens, washing machines, dishwasher, refrigerators, etc. Then Energy Star, that is depends on the standard as well as from the countries itself. So 5-star rating apparatus is with good energy efficiency. So likewise, you can understand the different star rating of these appliances. Environmental impact assessment. So whatever the impact on the environment, if that is written in a particular format, then it is called as environmental impact statement. So that may be in the form of wastewater, that may be in the form of air or some other. Then flora and fauna, that is the plants and animals that are native to a particular area or period of time. Fossil fuels, we know, that is the conventional fuel is coal, then kerosene, diesel, petrol, gases, peat, and oils. Then fuel poverty. So if the individuals who are not comfortable and not afford the fuels to heat their home, that is called as fuel poverty. It is specially related to the cold countries. Then global warming. We know if the temperature is increased of the earth due to the anthropogenic activities and due to the carbon dioxide and some other gases like CFC, CH4, ozone, etc., then the concept is called as global warming. Green bin, a wheelie bin used in a certain local authorities to collect dry cardboard, paper, tins, and other recyclable waste, including certain plastics. So green wording itself indicates that it is for the recyclable materials. Then green design, especially you can relate it to the green buildings where we can utilize natural energy rather than the artificial sources. Then greener home scheme. So some government and some schemes, some subsidies can be given to design these greener homes where we can use the renewable energy sources rather than the artificial sources. So if you are going to use the solar energy, wind energy, or some other types of renewable energy in your home, then it is called as green home. And there may be some subsidies, some discounts, or some tax may be free. That is called as greener home scheme. So that depends on the state, government, and your country. Then greenhouse effect, we know the effect of increase in temperature due to the greenhouse gases That is called as greenhouse effect. Then greenhouse gases. So we have already discussed the carbon dioxide is the major part, near about 50%. Then methane, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon, etc. are the greenhouse gases. So the gases which are having the characteristics to absorb the heat, to trap the heat in the atmosphere. And due to this property, the temperature of the earth is going to increase. Then groundwater. So water that collects or flows underground in the small spaces in soil and rock. Then habitat, the area occupied by a community or species. That is a group of animals or the plants, such as forest floor, desert, or seashore. Hazardous waste. So the waste which can be hazardous to the human being or to the environment, that is called as hazardous waste. Now, the hazardous waste category, their examples, their quantity, their treatment method, all these things are depends on the state government or the central government or your country's guidelines. Then home energy saving scheme, a scheme operated by a particular authority, especially Sustainable Energy Authority, to provide the grants to certain homeowners to improve the energy efficiency. So in our India, normally the central government is the main authority who is going to give us the subsidies for this home energy saving. Then household waste, waste that contains paper, cardboard, textile, etc. Then incinerator, that is nothing but the incineration. So burning of waste is the equipment where this burning of this any type of waste is called as incinerator. So there may be a single stage, two-stage incinerators. So incinerator may be used in different areas like biomedical waste treatment plant, sewage treatment plant, or some other plants. Then insulation. So it is the material which is having the lowest thermal conductivity. That is thermal conductivity less than 0.2. It means they are not going to conduct the heat. For example, the foam or glass wool, etc. So we can reduce or we can stop the losses of heat. Then Kyoto Protocol or Kyoto Agreement. So Kyoto is the place in Japan, and the protocol means the rules and regulations are decided in Japan in 1997 related to the climate change. Then landfill, a site that is specially designed to dispose of waste and operates with a license granted by the Environmental Protection Agency or some other agencies in India. Now the central government is the main authority who is giving the license to a particular company for this type of activity. That is for the landfilling. Then litter, waste that is thrown away carelessly. The examples are plastic, metal, glass, paper, or food. So chewing gum or cigarette butts are the other examples for the litters. Then MBT is the short form for the mechanical biological treatment, which is a way of sorting and treating the waste. So mechanical as well as biological, the combination of these for treating the particular type of waste. Then mulch, that is leaves, straw, or compost used to cover growing plants to protect them from the wind or the cold. Then municipal waste, so the waste produced in the urban areas, that is municipal waste. Noise pollution, we know, if you are not comfortable with a particular sound or beyond a particular limit, then that process is called as noise pollution. So nowadays, 85 decibels plus as a time-weighted average, if it is present in a general area, then it is called as noise pollution. In some of the areas that like hospitals or schools, colleges, etc., then the noise pollution is less than that 85 decibels. So that depends on the criteria which is given by the central or state government. Then NPWS, it is especially for the national parks and wildlife services. So in some of the countries, some governments or the local governments are taking care about these national parks, and some services are there. That is why these NPWS services are there. That is for the national parks and wildlife service. Then NSS. Actually, this NSS is especially for the island country, that is National Special Strategy, which is the government's 20 years plan to balance the population growth and the social economic development between the different regions in the island. Then noxious gases. So the gases which are poisonous, which are harmful to the people as well as to the environment, that called as noxious gases, like carbon monoxide, so which is colorless, odorless, tasteless, but it is poisonous or toxic. Then oil spill, the harmful release of oil into the environment, usually through the water, which is very difficult to clean up and often kills birds, fish, and other wildlife. So normally it is happened due to the ships. Then organic food, the plants and animals that are grown or reared without the use of synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, or hormones. The organic means in this matter from living or once living or things. From the chemistry point of view, organic means the combination of hydrogen and carbon. Organisms, any living things from bacteria and fungi through to insects, plants, and humans. So all these things are under organisms. Then ozone layer, we have already discussed that a layer which is from 10 to 50 kilometers above the earth, which protect us from the ultraviolet light, and that ozone molecule protect us. So that layer is called as ozone layer. Particulate matter. So the solid or liquid particles which are very fine and which can act as a pollutant into the air, that called as particulate matter. So that may be a dust, that may be a smoke, that may be a soot, that may be a pollen and soil particles. Then pay by weight, a system in which the amount you pay for bin collections depends on the amount of waste you throw away. So this is the system which is developed in some of the countries. In some of the countries, still a common tax is given as a pay by weight. Then pesticides. So pest and sides. So side means to kill. So to kill the pest, the chemical is used, that is called as pesticide. So that may be to kill the weeds, then it is called as weedicides. If it is going to kill the fungus, then it is called as fungicide. If it is going to kill the insects, then it is called as insecticides, and likewise. Then permits. So related to the waste, related to the treatments, whatever the permissions we have to take, that is called as permits. So that may be from the state governments, that may be from the Pollution Control Board, that may be from the central government. Planning permission. So permission granted by a local authority for new buildings or for extension. Once nobody objects to the plans, that is called as planning permissions. Then plastic bag levy, that is an environmental tax that customers must pay when they accept or a plastic or laminated bag from a retailer. Then a post-consumer waste, that is waste collected after a consumer has disposed of it. For example, sweet wrappers or packaging from small electronic goods such as mobile phones or MP3 players, etc. So what these wrappers are nothing but the post-consumer waste. Then radiation, so that energy waves that may be in the form of X-rays or some other waves, that is called as radiations. So that may be a ionizing radiation, that may be a non-ionizing radiation. If the intensity of this radiation is more, then that can cause an cancer. Radioactivity or radioactive substance, a material which is said to be radioactive if it emits radiation. Then a radon, a common radioactive gas emitted from ordinary soils and rocks, that is called as radon. So it has no smell, no taste, no color, and can seep into homes, building up to dangerous levels if there is not enough ventilation. Then recycle, we know this terminology, recyclable material. Reforestation, we know this terminology also. Refuse, that is nothing but the waste. Then renewable sources, we know these renewable sources like solar energy or sun, wind energy or wind. Then reuse, which can be used again. Then river basin, so that is the part of river. Sewage, that is the liquid waste from the communities. That may be called as a domestic effluent. And if it is from the industry, then it is called as industrial effluent or trade effluent. Then smog. Smog is nothing but the combination of smoke and fog. Smokeless fuel. So if after burning of fuel, there is no smoke produced by that fuel burning, then it is called as smokeless fuel. So solid fuel such as charcoal that does not release smoke. Solar panel, so it is for the solar heating purpose or for the electricity generation with the help of solar, etc. So we need the panels where the UV cells or the special cells are incorporated for converting this solar energy into the electricity, and that panel is called as solar panel. Standing charges, so the fixed charges for a particular period for continue receiving different services related to the environment, that is called as standing charges. Surface water, so water that is collected on the ground or in stream, river, lake, wetland or ocean. Sustainable development, so the development using land or energy sources in a way that meets the needs of people today without reducing the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So without cutting the trees or after reforestations, we have to develop our area, we have to develop our region. So that is one of the example. Likewise, we have to think about the future generations also. So by thinking simultaneously for the future generation, if you are going to develop the things, then that is called as sustainable development. Then sustainable tourism, that is a form of tourism that meets the needs of current tourists and host communities while protecting and enhancing the tourism for the future by balancing the economic and social needs. So balancing of the socio-economic activities, that is in the tourism, that is sustainable tourism. Then toxic, that is poisonous or harmful substance. Then toxin, a poisonous substance that can either be natural or manufacture. So by the plants or by the animals or the bacteria that can be prepared or exhaled. So some substances are poisonous in nature, that is called as toxin. Traffic calming, traffic management, that is the policies, rules, and actions by a local authority designed to reduce the traffic speed or limit the amount of traffic in an area at certain times of a day. In the tidy towns, that is especially the terminologies which is used for a particular countries only. That is an annual competition run by the Department of the Environment, Heritage, and local government to reward large and small towns around the country. Then utility, that is public utility, a company that provides the public with essentials such as electricity or water. These are not the utilities which are used in the industries. So it is for the public. Then UNFCCC, that is UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. So we have already discussed about this. That is especially focusing on the climate change. Then UNESCO World Heritage Site, that is a natural or man-made site that has outstanding universal value and meets at least one of the 10 conditions decided by the UNESCO. That is United Nations, educational, scientific, and cultural organizations. Then ventilation. So movement of air, sufficient movement of air, sufficient quantity of air is nothing but the ventilations. So that may be with the help of windows, that may be with the help of doors or air vents. And nowadays we are using the external agencies like fans, blower, air cooler, etc. Then warmer home scheme. So it is especially for the cold countries again, or the especially for the cold regions in some of the countries where the sustainable energy that aims to improve the energy efficiency to private owned or rented homes occupied by low income households. Waste management. So whatever the waste which is collected or handled, processed or stored, transport by the government or the government authorities or the private authorities which is certified by the government are the process where it is called as waste management. So whatever the type of waste, that may be a biomedical waste, that may be a general solid waste, that may be a hazardous waste, that may be some other types of waste. So each and every waste is treated by a particular process at a particular site, and which is the controlled by the central government authorities. So all these management of this waste is called as waste management. Waste prevention, an aspect of waste management that involves reducing the amount of waste we produced and minimizing the potential harm to human health or the environment from packaging or ingredients in products. Then water vapor. So whatever the vapors produced from the water, that is called as water vapor. Then WEEE, that is the short form used for the waste electrical and electronic equipment. Then wind energy. So energy harnessed from the wind, that is nothing but one of the renewable energy source. Then wind turbine, that is the machine or the equipment which is utilized to absorb this wind energy and to convert it into the electricity. Then zero emissions, an engine, motor, or other energy source that does not produce any gas or release any harmful gases directly into the environment. That is called as zero emissions. So these are the different definitions or the terminologies which are available in these presentations, and the reference for these definitions are, this is National Adult Literacy Agency External. Thank you.